Hey, figure I'd show you the back porch here, the trees. So this is a table. Most of the stuff here is kind of like small. That's an oak, English oak. That one I cut back because it was dying, but it's got a bud on it. And that is another, that was probably my first one I did. So now, here is the projects. This is a azalea that bit the dust when I was in LA and no one watered it. These are smaller trees that I've trimmed back and growing in the best I can do for open ground. It helps them grow faster because I don't want them bonsais yet. That one I cut back. It also kind of fell victim to the dry out. And there's this guy. So now I get to the fun ones. So this is a cork bark elm. I got this one from the ground and cut it back a lot. And it's in a pot. But if you check out the bark, it's like cork. And it's already got some little buds here from where I cut it back before. So it's pretty healthy, which is good. It's gonna need a lot of trunk work down the line, but just gotta keep it alive. This is a spruce. I cut this one back a lot just yesterday again. This is kind of bendy and funky. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. This is Trident maple. It's got a really cool bent trunk. And a few branches I've started off as the main ones, but you can see it's got a big wound up top too that'll need woodwork down the line. This is a pomegranate, and I'm eventually going to make it into two trees because it's got a little sister guy there that's in the way of some of this branching. And then I got this big tall leaf on it. That's like a sacrifice lamb to try to fatten the top up. This one's still kind of my favorite. It's a Japanese something or other. But hornbeam, Japanese hornbeam. Got a really cool trunk in there. And not a lot of soil, so I've got to repot that in the spring. I cut that back again this weekend too, the day we got back. This one's a turkey something oak, turkey leaf oak. Kind of similar to that other one I showed you, the maple tree, because it was basically just a stump when I bought it, and it was super rough. But I cut a bunch of stuff back. It doesn't really have a top right now, but it's got that scar too. And this one is, a plum cedar. So it's green now, and it turns like purple in the fall. It's supposed to look pretty cool, but I did that like in a formal upright style. Here, I'll turn it sideways for a second. So it'll be pretty tall. And then this one is like the oldest one I have. It is a Trident maple. It's got big leaves, big trunk. Did some major branch removal, but it's going to take some time for that to ever look normal. I got to get a reciprocating saw and cut that off. And that's your friend. Let's see how it's doing. I don't know if you can see it on there, but there was supposed to be there's a little green thing coming out of it, but it's been there for a while. This is that's another California. We got those. What do you call that thing? Anyway, I'll figure the name out later, but I got that at the park, Myrrh Woods. It's the kind of tree that's in Myrrh Woods everywhere. They were selling them there, so I planted it. These are your guys from the backyard hanging out. That's an azalea, younger one. This one is the one that I planted in a big pot, and this is all just construction sand, sharp sand. And then this is a evergreen, and I cut it way back, and there's a big rock underneath here, and you can see a little plastic bag there, but that's around all the root base, and so the roots grow over the rock, and you take the plastic off a year later, and then you plant it over the rock on top of the soil, so it looks like it's suspended on a rock. This is an olive. It's gonna take a long time, but those look really cool when they're older. They just get super wide. That's my lime tree. See, we actually have limes coming out. There's a bunch right there. It's gonna be a while before we make margaritas, but that's another pine. I twisted it really hard down there. And this is a kind of a cool little maple. You can't really see because it's branching so much from the trunk right now. And here's another one that lost its leaves after it got hot, so I'm hoping they come back. Yeah, we'll see. I'm hopeful, but not bullish. What else do we got? That's pretty much it for out here. I'll send you guys something else from the inside later on.